ॐ शुक्लां भरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अगजानन पद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानामेकदन्तमुपास्महे। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां श्रीहयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रीहयग्रीवमूर्तये नमः। सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। उमाकोमलहस्ताब्जसम्भावितललाटकं हिरण्यकुण्डलं वन्दे कुमारं पुष्करस्रजं। வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு ஹரஹரோஹரா. லோகவீரியம் மகாபூஜ்யம் சர்வரக்ஷாகரம் விபும் பார்வதி ஹிருதயானந்தம் சாஸ்தாரம் பிரணமாம்யகம். சுவாமியே சரணமையப்பா. वागर्ताविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्त प्रतिपत्तये जगदः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। श्रीपार्वती परमेश्वराभ्यां नमः। कोमलं पूजयन् वेणुं श्यामलोऽयं कुमारकः वेदवेद्यं परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। पीताम्बरं करविराजितचक्रशङ्खकौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायम् अतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेशम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। कृष्णो रक्षतु मां चराचर गुरुः कृष्णं नमस्ये सदा। कृष्णेनैव सुरक्षितोऽहमसकृत् कृष्णाय दत्तं मनः। कृष्णादेव समुद्भवो मम विभो कृष्णस्य दासोऽस्म्यहं। कृष्णे भक्तिरचञ्चलास्तु भगवन्। हे कृष्ण तुभ्यं नमः। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं नम्राणां सन्निधत्ते सततमपि पुरस्तैरनभ्यर्थितानपि आर्तान् कामानजस्रं वितरति परमानन्दसान्द्रां गतिं च। इत्थं निःशेषलभ्यो निरवधिकफलः पारिजातो हरे त्वं क्षुद्रं तं शक्रवाटी ध्रुममभिलषति व्यर्थमर्त्यव्रजोऽयम्। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं श्रीभट्टपादम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। वंशीविभूषितकरात् नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरात् अरुणबिम्बफलादरोष्टात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने। കൈരണ്ടും കൂപ്പി ഞാൻ വീണ്ടുമീറക്കുന്നു നീരജലോചന നിന്നോടായി. ഏതീനു മഞ്ഞനെ കുമ്പിടേണ്ടാത്തോരു രീതിയിൽ നീ എന്നെ പാലിക്കുന്നായി. കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ
Jaya.
Welcome everyone. Good evening. Okay. So let's start. We do a quick review of that Dashakam 2 from stanzas 5 to 10. So we can do 3 each. Let me see who I had here today. Priya Anand, ninga 3 3 pandrela.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let me see who else I had. Sudha, you are not on, right? Are you? So there's Usha, Nika Pantela, can you do the remaining three stanzas, 8, 9, 10?
I'll try. I was not here, but I'll try. I was just listening to the recording.
Okay, so Priya, why don't you start and then maybe someone else can do it. Okay.
लक्ष्मी तावत रामनीयक हृदयेवं परेष्वस्तिरेति अस्मिन्नयमत्तपि परमादुन लक्ष्म्या प्रमाणमधुन वश्यामि लक्ष्मीपते एतत्त्वपानुगुणकीर्तनरासः हि भक्ता जनाः तेष्वेषा वसति सिद्ध्यरैव दयति परस्ताव तत्तादरा
Last one.
दयित परस्तावदत्तातरा एवं भूतमनोज्ञाता नवसुता निष्यन्त सत्योहनं सन्दोहनं तद्वद्रूपं परचित्ररसायनयनं चेदोहरं शृण्वताम् सत्या प्रेरयते मतिं मदये रोमाञ्चयन्त्यग्गं रोमाञ्चयत्यङ्गकं स्वासिञ्चत्यपि शीतभाष्य विसारैः आनन्दमूर्च्छयोत्पवैः.
And the fourth word, just the first word, fourth line. Vyasinchatyapi.
Vyasinchatyapi. Vasinchatyapि शीतभाषप विसरैः आनन्दमूर्च्छोत्पवैः एवं भूततया हि भक्त्या विहितो योगस्योगवयात् कर्मज्ञानमयोत् पुरुषोत्तमर्तरो योगीश्वरै कीयते सौन्दर्यैकरसात्मके त्वयि खलु प्रेम प्रकर्षात्मिका भक्तिर्निश्रमो मोवे विश्व पुरुषैर्लभ्य रमावल्लभ.
And the fourth line, bhakti. And bhaktir, you are saying that ir will go away, it becomes bhaktihi, and then comma. Prema prakarshatmika bhaktihi, comma.
Prema prakritishatmika bhaktihi nishrameva vishva purushair labhya ramavallabha.
Yeah. Yeah. Gayatri, why don't you do the 8, 9, and 10? And then.
Sure. निष्कामं नियत स्वधर्मचरणं यत कर्मयोगाभिधं तद्दूरेत्यफलं यदोपनिषद ज्ञानोपलभ्यं पुनः व्यक्ततया सुदुर्गमतरं चित्तस्य तस्मात् विभो त्वत्प्रेमात्मक भक्तिरेव सततं स्वाधीयसी श्रेयसी.
The third line, first word, tattva vyaktataya. Yeah, and then the fourth line after bhakti reva, there is a comma, okay, in the fourth line.
Bhakti reva, comma. So the third line is tattva
vyaktataya.
Can you repeat one more time?
Tattva vyaktataya.
Tattva. Okay, sorry, thank you. Atyaya sakarani karmapatalaani पटलान् आचार्य आचर्य निर्यन्मलाः बोधे भक्तिपठे तवा प्युचितता
And that bhakti pate tavapi, we broke that word there, right? Becomes a p there. Bhakti pate tavapi uchitatam.
Sorry. Bhakti pate tava vapi
Uchitatam.
uchita maya ayanti kim tavata क्लिष्टवा तर्कपते परं तव वपु ब्रह्म माख्य मन्ये पुनः चित्तार्द्रत्वमृते विचिन्त्य बहुभिचिस्तद्यन्ति जन्मान्तरैः बहुभिः सिद्ध्यन्ति okay बहुभिः सिद्ध्यन्ति जन्मान्तरे.
One more, yeah. Oh no, noon இருக்கு காயத்ரி 10.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் பேப்பர் இல்ல நான் கொஞ்சம் ஃபைலிங் பண்ணணும், சாரி.
No, it's okay if you can't find it. I'll just say it. We'll move on. Tvad-bhaktistu katharasamritajari nirmajjanena swayam siddhyanti vimala prabodha padavim akleshatastanvati sadhyas siddhikari jayatyai vibho saivastu me tvatpada prema praudi rasardrata drutataram vatalayadhishwara. Shri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Okay, we'll start Dashakam 3.
Can I just ask something? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oops. Can I just ask something? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, in this number 6 can we say it saundaryaikasrasatmake tvai khalu prema prakashatmika bhaktirnishramameva vishvapurushairamavallabha, because I think
prema prakarshatmika, which is the nature of the love, premam, that bhakti. So that bhakti is, that word is connected with the prema prakarshatmika. So it is like saying that bhakti, which is like intense love to you. So that's why, that's why we are joining that third line with the fourth line. And the ir will become a visarga. So bhakti hi.
Oh, okay. That's why you said bhakti hi.
Yeah. So that ir is becoming visarga. Okay. So we'll do with 3. So Baiju, you can be a student, and what did I have? And Sudha, you can be a student, yeah. So Dashakam 3 is Bhakta Swarupa Varnanam and Bhakti Prarthana. So in Dashakam 1, we saw about the glory of the Lord in Guruvayur. Then in Dashakam 2, it talked about the form of the Lord who is there in Guruvayur. And Dashakam 3 is talking about who is an ideal devotee. What is the characteristics of an ideal devotee? That's why the Bhakta Swarupa Varnanam, description of the ideal devotee, and then Bhakti Prarthana, saying a prayer for us to become that ideal devotee. Right? So those are the 2 parts to this. So this is relatively, 1 and 2 were, like I said, 1 and 2 were hard. 3 is relatively easy, 4th will be easier, and 5 will get a little bit more hard. But up to 10, it's going to be hard, right? Like we said. So stanza 1. Patanto namani pramadabhara sindhau nipatitaha smaranto rupam te barada kathayanto gunakataha charanto ye bhaktaha त्वयि खलु रमन्ते परममुने अहं धन्यान् मन्ये समधिगत सर्वाभिलषितान्. So he's talking about who are the most fortunate of the devotees. He says the most fortunate of the devotees are those who are always chanting your name, who have the time and who has the interest and who has the capability to patanto namani, always say about your names. Then rupam the smaranto, they're always contemplating on your form, right? Contemplating and thinking about you all the time. Then guna kataha, always talking about your stories, talking about your glories, talking about your characteristics and all of that, right? And that everyone has problems, right? Everyone has challenges, but he says that the people who are always your true devotees are always in a state of constant bliss. That's because it's not that they don't have problems. It is just that they don't care about those problems, right? You kind of have to sometimes say that these problems are there because it's intended for a purpose, but they don't think too much about it and accept it the way they are, and they move freely, right? So a lot of people, like, if Swaminarayan, in Swaminarayan Delhi, if you go to Akshardham, they talk about the story of Swaminarayan, how when he left at a very small age, and somebody asked him, people kept asking him, where is your house? You're a small boy roaming. And he says, the whole world is my house. Right? Because they are not assigned or fixed on one particular thing, because saying this is my house means you're getting attached to that material possession. So he says these people, true devotees of yours, don't have any other desires of material possessions, and because of which they're able to move freely and constantly only think about you and not worry about other things. So patanto namani, put a comma, pramadabhara sindhau nipatitaha, comma, स्मरन्तो रूपं ते कॉमा वरद कथयन्तो गुणकथाः पठन्तो नामानि प्रमदभरसिन्धौ निपतिताः स्मरन्तो रूपं ते वरद कथयन्तो गुणकथाः
पठन्तो नामानि प्रमदभरसिन्धौ निपतिताः स्मरन्तो रूपं ते वरद कथयन्तो गुणकथा.
Both of them have a visarga at the end. Nipatitaha, gunakathaha.
Gunakathaha. Padanto namani pramadabharasindau nipatitaha smaranto rupam te varada kadayanto gunakathaha.
That's when the rupam te, comma. Otherwise, you'll end up pausing after varada, right? That's why. Okay. Sudha?
Oh, you want me to repeat the same 2 lines?
Yeah, same 2 lines 2 times, yeah.
Patanto nama pramadabhara sindho nipatitaha smaranto rupante bharadakatayanto gunakataha. Patanto namani pramadabhara sindho nipatitaha smaranto rupante bharadakatayanto gunakataha.
So we are hearing it very fade, Sudha. I don't know if it's your voice. You probably have to be closer to the mic or something. I could just hear it, but okay.
Okay.
And now it's better. Yeah, I think when you turned your face the other way around.
Can you hear it now?
Yes, we can hear you
my
better.
voice now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Patanto nam.
I heard you 2 times, so we're good. Charanto ye bhaktaha. So that is there. You remove it, put a visarga, comma, bhaktaha. Tvai khalu ramante paramamun. Put a in at the end of that line and comma. Paramamun, comma. Next line, the naham that you have becomes aham. Aham dhanyan manye samadhigata sarva bhilashitan. So 4th line, there is no comma in the middle, whole line together. चरन्तो ये भक्ताः त्वयि खलु रमन्ते परममून् अहं धन्यान् मन्ये समधिगत सर्वाभिलषितान्
चरन्तो ये भक्ताः त्वयि खलु रमन्ते परममून् अहं धन्यान् मन्ये समधिगत सर्वाभिलषितान् चरन्तो ये भक्ताः त्वयि खलु रमन्ते परममून् अहं धन्यान् मन्ये समधिगत सर्वाभिलषितान्
Sudha.
चरन्तो ये भक्ताः त्वयि खलु रमन्ते परममून् अहं धन्यान् मन्ये समधिगतसर्वाभिलषितान् चरन्तो ये भक्ताः त्वयि खलु रमन्ते परममून् अहं धन्यान् मन्ये समधिगतसर्वाभिलषितान्.
Instead, when you turn your face that side, we are not able to hear you clearly. It's
Oh,
very
I cannot.
faint.
I'm sitting in a way where I'm not sitting on it.
Yeah. See, when you're facing the camera, I can hear you clearly. But anyway, just see if you
Okay,
can
sorry.
move your book that way, right? Okay.
Okay,
Rajesh,
sorry.
moon or moon?
See, it's moon. In ends with the in, but when you're saying it in the swaratla land ஆகும்போது it'll be moon, not moon. Oo varadhu. No, there's no oo sound. It's just moon, just for the landing purpose. That's all. Okay. Otherwise, it's moon. You can if you can land it at Ramante Parama moon. That's also fine. Okay.
Thanks.
Answer 2. गदक्लिष्टं कष्टं तव चरणसेवा रसभरेऽपि अनासक्तं चित्तं भवति बत विष्णो कुरु दयां भवत्पादाम्भोजस्मरणरसिको नाम निवहान् अहं गायं कुहचन विवत्स्यामि विजने. So we saw earlier, Bhattacharya is saying the greatest of the devotees are ones who are constantly thinking about you, always worshipping you. Now, the person who's writing this Bhattacharya is suffering from rheumatoid arthritis, right? And we all also have different problems. Like I said, this is written in first person. So whatever Bhattacharya is saying, it is as if like you are saying it when you chant it, right? So he's saying we all have different problems, physical problems, mental things, because of which we are telling Guru Arpan, I'm not able to have enough time to be able to worship you, because if you have a constant body pain or headache, let's say, you won't feel like sitting and constantly be praying, right? So he says please, the first step, if I want to become your greatest of devotees, but you have to then bless me so that I don't have these problems, because if I have these problems, then I won't have time to worship you or pray to you. Then he says you also have to bless me so that I am able to go into a calm place, secluded place without any distractions. That is a big ask, right? Because we have so many distractions nowadays. He says, you please bless me so I can go to a calm, secluded place where I can constantly be worshipping you. And so here, Gurudayam, Gururappa, please bless me so that the rest of my life, I will focus on Bhavat Padam Bhoja Smarana. Your lotus-like feet, I will get a chance to always be worshipping you. And by doing that, eventually I will reach you and eventually attain liberation. Gada klishtam kashtam, comma, tava charana seva rasa bharepi. So add a P at the end of that line and comma, short P. Next line, we have pya, which is Pya, that will go away, it will become a. Anasaktam chittam bhavati bata, comma, Vishnu kuru dayam. Gadaklishtam kashtam tava charana seva rasabharepi anasaktam chittam bhavati bata Vishnu kuru dayam.
गदक्लिष्टं कष्टं तव चरणसेवारसभरेऽपि अनासक्तं चित्तं भवति बद विष्णो कुरु दयाम् गदक्लिष्टं कष्टं तव चरणसेवारसभरेऽपि अनासक्तं चित्तं भवति बद विष्णो कुरु दयाम्.
गदक्लिष्टं कष्टं तव चरणसेवारसबरेऽप्यनासक्तं चित्तं भवति बत विष्णो गुरुदयां
Sorry, and the first line, like you said, this comma after kashtam, and then tava charana seva rasa bhare pi, we broke that pya. We are not saying those two lines together.
गदक्लिष्टं कष्टं. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
गदक्लिष्टं कष्टं तव चरणसेवारसबरेऽपि न स अनासक्तं चित्तं भवति बत विष्णो कुरु दयाम्.
The second line after bhavati bata, there is a comma, okay? Bhavati
बत विष्णो कुरु दयाम्.
Bhavat Padamboja Smarana Rasiko Nama Nivahan. So put a in at the end of that line, comma, Nivahan. Fourth line, Naham becomes Aham. Aham Gayam, comma, Kuhachana Vivatsyami Vijane. Bhavat Padamboja Smarana Rasiko Nama Nivahan. Aham Gayam Kuhachana Vivatsyami Vijane.
Bhavat Padam Bojas Marana Rasiko Nama Nivahan Aham Gayam Kuhajana Vivatsyami Vijane. Bhavat Padam Bojas Marana Rasiko Nama Nivahan Aham Gayam Kuhajana Vivatsyami Vijane.
भवत्पादाम्भोजस्मरणरसिको नाम निवहान् अहं गायं कुहचन विभत्स्यामि विजने. भवत्पादाम्भोजस्मरणरसिको नाम निवहान् अहं गायं कुहचन विभत्स्यामि विजने.
कृपाते जाता चेत किमिव नहि लभ्यं तनुभृतां मदीय क्लेशौघ प्रशमन दशा नाम कियती न के लोकेऽस्मिन् अनिशमयि शोकाभिरहिताः भवद्भक्ता मुक्ताः सुखगतिमसक्ता विदधते. So this is this approach is going to come in every other dashakam in the future, where sometimes when the entire cosmos is getting created, Bhattacharya will say you are able to create the entire cosmos. Getting rid of some of the problems I'm having is so insignificant for you. Similarly, when Narasimha Avataram happens, he says you got rid of Hiranyakashipu. But then how hard is it for you to get rid of my problems? It is so insignificant. So similarly, he says, if you wished, O Guruvayurappa, getting rid of my ailments should be absolutely an insignificant task for you, right? But somehow I'm still suffering from it. So, he's saying, what I'm not asking here for something big, but I'm just asking here to cure my disease so that I can be like the rest of your great devotees who are constantly chanting your name, who are constantly going to your temples and constantly traveling without having to worry about all the afflictions that come with having a disease, right? He says there are so many of your devotees who are liberated from all these sufferings, who are freely roaming around. I want to be like one of them. So please eradicate all the diseases and the ailments I have. So kripa te jata chet, after that it, you put a comma. Kimiva nahi labhyam tanubhritam, comma, madiya kleshaugha prashamana dasha nama kiyati, long e. So second line there is no pause. Kripate jata chet kimiva nahi labhyam tanubhritam madiya kleshaugha prashamana dasha nama kiyati.
Kripate jata chet kimiva nahi labhyam tanubhritam मदीयक्लेशौघप्रशमनदशा नाम कियती
Kiyati. Nam
कियती
Kiyati.
नाम कियती कृपा ते जाता चेत् किमिव किमिव न हि लभ्यं तनुभृतां मदीयक्लेशौघप्रशमनदशा नाम कियती
कृपाते जाता चेत् किमिव न हि लभ्यन्त्रनुभृतां मदीयक्लेशौघप्रशमनदशा नाम कियती कृपाते जाता चेत् किमिव न हि लभ्यन्तनुभृतां मदीयक्लेशौघप्रशमनदशा नाम कियती
Na keke lokesmin. In Sanskrit, there's a double na for those of you who are following Sanskrit. So you put one in and then put a comma. Lokesmin, comma. Next word will start with the a. Anishamai shoka bhirahitaha. You won't have a visarga in most books. Add a visarga and a comma. Shoka bhirahitaha, comma. Bhavat bhakta muktaha, comma. Sukha gatim asakta. If you want to break it, that ma. Sukha gatim asakta vidadhate. न के लोकेऽस्मिन् अनिशमयि शोकाभिरहिताः भवद्भक्ता मुक्ताः सुखगतिमसक्ता विदधते.
न के लोकेस्मिन् Oh, I have to repeat it 3 times.
You're adding third K, just 2 Ks.
Okay. न के लोकेस्मिन् अनिशमयि शोकाभिरहिता भवद्भक्ता मुक्ताः सुखगतिमसक्ता विदधते.
That's the third line. Birahitaha, add a visarga there.
Okay, rihitaha. Thank you. न के लोकेस्मिन् अनिशमयि शोकाभिरहिताः भवद्भक्ता मुक्ताः सुखगतिम् असक्ता विदधते.
Correct. If you can break it at that
Okay.
immediately easier. Sukha gatim asakta vidadate.
Okay, thank you.
न के लोकेऽस्मिन् अनिशमयि शोकाभिरहिताः भवद्भक्ता मुक्ताः सुखगतिमसक्ता विदधते. न के लोकेऽस्मिन् अनिशमयि शोकाभिरहिताः भवद्भक्ता मुक्ताः सुखगतिमसक्ता विदधते.
Answer 4. मुने प्रौढारूढाः जगति खलु गूढात्मगतयो भवत्पादाम्बोजस्मरणविरुजो नारदमुखाः चरन्तीशस्वैरं सततपरिनिर्भातपरचित् सदानन्दाद्वैतप्रसरपरिमग्नाः किमपरम्. So anytime we go ask for something, there's 2 steps, right? One is you go justify why you need it. And the second is you go and say somebody else got it. There's already a precedence that's been set, right? So I also need it, which is what he's saying here. He's saying, one, because you have to cure my, diseases and ailments and everything, Guru Ayappa, because I want to become a true devotee of yours. By the way, you've done this to a lot of people. So he talks about examples of, the various people like Narada and Shuka Brahmam and all of them who don't seem to have any worries in this world, who can go anywhere they want. And they are spending all their times constantly chanting your names, right? So Bhatta was saying, I also want to be like the greatest of those devotees who's constantly chanting your names because I don't want anything beyond that. So you already done this to a few other people like that. So why can't you also bless me with a similar thing? Because all I want is to think about that Sadananda Dvaita. So always think about your non-dual form, the Advaitam form of yours, and always be in a state of bliss. So Sada Anandam, always in a state of constant bliss by thinking about your form. That's all I'm asking for. And so please bless me also with a similar, what you've given to others. Muni Praudha Rudhaha. Add a visarga there and put a comma. Rudhaha. Jagati Khalu Gudhatmagatayo, comma. Bhavat Padambhoja Smarana Birujo Narada Mukhaha. Muni Praudha Rudhaha Jagati Khalu Gudhatmagatayo Bhavat Padambhoja Smarana Birujo Narada Mukhaha.
Muni Praudarudaha Jagati Khalu Gudatmagatayo Bhavat Padam Bhoja Smarana Virujo Narada Mukhaha. Muni Praudarudaha Jagati Khalu Gudatmagatayo Bhavat Padam Bhoja Smarana Virujo Narada
Mukhaha.
Mukhaha.
Muni Prauda Ruda Jagat Muni Prauda Rudaha Jagati Khalu Gudatmagatayo Bhavat Padambhoja Smarana Virujo Narada Mukhaha. Muni Prauda Rudaha Jagati Khalu Gudatmagatayo Bhavat Padambhoja Smarana Virujo Narada Mukhaha.
It's half point. We'll switch. Devi, you can be a student, and Vidya Medalji, you can be a student.
Rajesh, just one question. In the first sentence, யாக்கு அப்புறம் இது வருது. அது எப்படி முடிக்கிறது இந்த first sentence?
Gudatmagatayo.
யோன்னு வருதா? Okay.
Which language are you following?
Sanskrit.
Yo, it should be a yo yo. Gudatmagatayo. Sometimes they might have gatayaha. They might have it. Okay. So sometimes they end it like that, but it's gatayo. You can just change it to gatayo there. Okay.
Okay.
Charanti. Sorry.
எனக்கு பதிலா யாராவது இன்னைக்கு எடுத்துக்கோங்க. நான் வந்து வெளியில கிளம்புறேன். So
Okay,
I'm
no.
just listening.
Sita Lakshmi, you can be student. Okay. Charantisha Swairam, comma, Satata Pari Nirbhata Parachit. So the end of that line you put a plus there, because that after Swairam the rest of the entire third and fourth line is going to come together. So Pari Nirbhata Parachit, the it is on the fourth line. Sada Nanda Dvaita, like I said, Sada Ananda Advaita, Sada Nanda Dvaita Prasara Parimagnaha, is there, put a H, ich, to join Parimagnah Kimaparam. Okay, so the entire two lines will come together. Charanti Shaswairam Satata Parinirbhata Parachit Sadananda Dvaita Prasara Parimagnah Kimaparam.
चरन्तीशं स्वैरं सततपरिनिर्भात परचित् सदानन्दाद्वैतप्रसर परिमग्नाः किमपरम् அங்க மக்னாஹா சொல்லணுமா?
இல்ல அந்த விசர்கா ha ich sound will come there. Parimagnah kimaparam.
परिमग्ना किमपरं चरन्तीशं स्वैरं सततपरिनिर्भात परचित् सदानन्दाद्वैतप्रसरपरिमग्नाः किमपरम्.
In the third line, first word, you're saying charanti sham. You're saying there's no im sound there. Just charanti sha swairam.
Okay. चरन्तीश स्वैरं. Okay.
चरन्तीश स्वैरं सततपरिनिर्भात परिचित् सदानन्दाद्वैत प्रसर परिमग्नाः किमपरम्. चरन्तीश स्वैरं सततपरिनिर्भात परिचित् सदानन्दाद्वैत प्रसर परिमग्नाः किमपरम्.
Answer fine. Bhavat bhakti spita bhavatu mama saiva prashamayete ashesha kleshaugam nakalu hridi sandeha kanika nached vyasasyoktihi Tava cha vachanam naigama vacho bhaven mitya ratya purusha vachana prayamakilam. So continuing, he says that while you take your time, Guru Varappa, to eradicate all my sorrows and all my sufferings, which I don't know when it's going to get eradicated. He says, what I'm in the interim, I have no other choice other than doing Bhavad Bhakti. So bless me at least so that my devotion towards you, bhakti towards you grows. He says the reason is, like in math, we say you prove something is not right and then say this, but the other thing is right. You prove something is not wrong. So that approach he takes by saying, if this was not true, then he cites various things. He says Veda Vyasa has talked about this in Srimad Bhagavatam, 18,000 stanzas saying bhakti is the easiest way, is the most important one to do it. You, Krishna, have talked about in Bhagavad Gita also about how the importance of bhakti. In Vedam also they have talked about bhakti. You, Krishna, have told Uddhava in Uddhava Gita also about the importance of bhakti. So if that bhakti was not the right approach, then all these messages which you have said and Vyasa has said, it's all like, the people, Ratya Purusha Vachana means the people who are mad, people who are walking on the streets, who go blabber whatever they want, it'll become like that. But you, Vyasa, Shukha Brahmam, are all not like that, right? Which means that bhakti is the way out. There is no other alternative. So while I'm still waiting for you to eradicate all my problems and ailments, my only option left is to continue to be devoted to you. So at least bless me so that devotion towards you increases. Bhavat bhaktihi, put is bhaktis, sphita bhavatu mama, comma, saiva prashamayet, put it at the end of that line and comma, prashamayet. Next line, the dashesha, if you have it, it becomes ashesha. Ashesha kleshaugham na khalu hridi sandeha kanika. Bhavad bhaktis pita bhavatu mama saiva prashamayete ashesha kleshaugham na khalu hridi sandeha kanika.
Bhavat bhakti svita bhavatu mama saiva prashamayet ashesha kleshaugham na khalu hridi sandeha kanika.
On the third line after bhavatu mama, there is a comma, okay?
Bhavat bhakti svita bhavatu mama saiva prashamayet ashesha kleshaugham na khalu hridi sandeha kanika.
भवद्भक्तिस्फीता भवतु मम सैव प्रशमयेत् अशेषक्लेशौघं न खलु हृदि सन्देहकणिका भवद्भक्तिस्फीता भवतु मम सैव प्रशमयेत् अशेषक्लेशौघं न खलु हृदि सन्देहकणिका
Na ched vyasas yoktihi. So that is that is there. You remove it, put a visarga comma, vyasas yoktihi comma. Tava cha vachanam naigama vacho, naigama referring to the Vedas, naigama vacho, put a plus and then bhaven mithya and then a comma. So in third line after vyasas yoktihi comma, tavacha vachanam naigama vacho plus bhaven mithya comma, ratya purusha vachana prayamakhilam. न चेद व्यासस्योक्तिः तव च वचनं नैगमवचो भवेन्मिथ्या रत्या पुरुषवचनप्रायमखिलम्.
न चेद् व्यासस्योक्तिः तव च वचनं नैगमवचो भवेन्मिथ्या रथ्या पुरुष वचनप्रायमखिलम्. न चेद् व्यासस्योक्तिः तव च वचनं नैगमवचो भवेन्मिथ्या रथ्या पुरुषवचनप्रायमखिलम्
न चेद्व्यासस्योक्तिः तव न चेद्व्यासस्योक्तिः तव वचनं नैगमवचो भवेन्मिथ्या रत्या पुरुषवचनप्रायमखिलम् न चेद्व्यासस्योक्तिः तव च वचनं नैगमवचो भवेन्मिथ्या रत्या पुरुषवचनप्रायमखिलम्
भवद्भक्तिस्तावत् प्रमुखमधुरा त्वद्गुणरसात् किमप्यारूढा चेत् अखिलपरितापप्रशमनी पुनश्चान्ते स्वान्ते विमलपरिबोधोदयमिलन् महानन्दाद्वैतं दिशति किमतः प्रार्थ्यमपरम्. She kind of compares this, when you think of when you fall sick and you have to take some antibiotics, that they say you have to get through the dose of the antibiotics, 1 week or 10 days you have to get through it. She says that bhakti is not like that. It's not like you have to be devoted for 5 years or 10 years for you to start feeling the effect of it. The moment you start getting devoted, you will start seeing changes in yourself. So it's not like the dose, there's no dosage limit or time limit on that. Number two, at least in India, the medicines, even the antibiotics don't taste good. But he says the bhakti is so sweet because when we start talking about Krishna Avataram, Rama Avataram, and all the glories and all the things of yours, it is so sweet right from the beginning, right? And even with the little progress you make right from the beginning, it'll start building on each other. It'll start building on it, right? So he says that's why, he says at the very end, like we spoke in Namranam Sannidate in that stanza 8 of Dasakam 1, in the end it offers liberation also. He says, because of that, why Guru Arpa, I need you to give me a lot of that bhakti because it is sweet. I'll start seeing benefits right away from the beginning, and in the very end, it will also lead me to devotion. Bhavat bhaktis tavat pramukha madhura tvad guna rasat, comma. So that entire line, there's no comma in the middle. Kimapyaruda chet. So you might have a da in Sanskrit. First da, we're going to break it into it and a. So kimapyaruda chet, comma. Next word will start with the a. Akhila paritapa prashamani, long e. Bhavat bhaktis tavat pramukha madhura tvad gunarasat kimapyaruda chet akhila paritapa prashamani.
भवद्भक्तिस्तावत् प्रमुखमधुरा त्वद्गुणरसात् किमप्यारूढा चेत् अखिलपरितापप्रशमनी भवद्भक्तिस्तावत् प्रमुखमधुरा त्वद्गुणरसात् किमप्यारूढा चेत् अखिलपरितापप्रशमनी
भवद्भक्तिस्तावत् प्रमुखमधुरा त्वद्गुणरसात् किमप्यारूढ चेत् अखिलपरितापप्रशमनी
या आ sound. Kimapyaruda chet.
किमप्यारूढा चेत् भवद्भक्तिस्तावत् प्रमुखमधुरा त्वद्गुणरसात् किमप्यारूढा चेत् अखिलपरितापप्रशमनी
पुनश्चान्ते स्वान्ते, comma. Vimala paribodhodaya. Then you have to put a plus at the end of that line, and then the in from the fourth will it'll read together. Paribodhodaya milan mahananda dvaitam. One word. Mahananda dvaitam dishati, and then a comma. So third line after swante, there is a comma. Then the whole thing comes together. After dishati, comma. Kimataha, put a F to join. Kimataf prartyamaparam. Punaschante swante vimala paribodhodaya milan mahananda dvaitam dishati kimataf prartyamaparam.
என்னோட bookல ராஜேஷ் அந்த Dayamilan is in the first line itself,
That's
Sanskrit
okay.
book.
That's
So
okay.
single, right? Okay.
It'll still, you have to still say Mahananda Dvaitam Dishati together, but
Okay.
that's okay. I think some books they might have changed different prints.
पुनश्चान्ते स्वान्ते विमलपरिबोधोदयमिलन् महानन्दाद्वैतं दिशति किमतः प्रार्थ्यमपरम् पुनश्चान्ते स्वान्ते विमलपरिबोधोदयमिलन् महानन्दाद्वैतं दिशति किमतः प्रार्थ्यमपरम्
पुनश्चान्ते स्वान्ते विमलपरिबोधोदयमिलन् महानन्दाद्वैतं दिशति किमतः प्रार्थ्यमपरम् पुनश्चान्ते स्वान्ते विमलपरिबोधोदयमिलन् महानन्दाद्वैतं दिशति किमतः प्रार्थ्यमपरम्.
That's 7. Vidhuya kleshan me Kuru charanayugmam dhritarasam bhavat kshetra praptau karamapichate pujana vidhau bhavan murtya loke nayanam atate padatulasi parigrane granam shravanamapite charu charite. It's a very beautiful prayer here which says that I'm requesting you to heal me, not because, like he said again, not because I want to have fun or anything. He says, first, you have to make my feet better. Why? Because I want to go to Bhavat Kshetra Praptav. Because if my feet is not good, how will I come and visit all your Kshetrams? How will I come see you in all of those places, right? Then Karam, hand. Why should you fix my hands? Because if you don't fix my hands, how will I offer flowers to you? How will I do puja to you? So for me to do puja to you, my hands have to be good, right? Otherwise I cannot. Then Nayanam, eyes. Why do we need my eyes to be better? Because if my eyes are not good, how can I take a look at Bhavan Murtya? How will I take a look at your Murti? How will I take a look at your images and your photos? I cannot enjoy that, right? Then Parigrane Granam, right? My nose has to be better. Why? Because only then the tulasi which is put on your photo and your idol, I'll be able to smell the fragrance of the tulasi coming out of your photo, right? Without that, if my nose is not functioning, I can't smell that. And then Shravanam Apite Charu Charite. If my ears are not better, then when people are talking about you and singing your glories, I cannot hear it, right? So it is for this reason, Guru Arpa, you have to make sure every part of my body is functioning the way it should be, because otherwise I won't be able to get closer to you. So Vidhuya Kleshan me, comma, Kuru Charana Yugmam Dhrita Rasam, and then put a plus. Bhavat Kshetra Praptau, and then a comma. Karamapi Chate Pujana Vidhau. Vidhuya Kleshan me Kuru Charana Yugmam Dhritarasam Bhavat Kshetra Praptau Karamapi Chate Pujana Vidhau.
विदूय क्लेशान् मे कुरु चरणयुग्मधृतरसं भवत्क्षेत्रप्राप्तौ करमपि च ते पूजनविधौ विदूय क्लेशान् मे कुरु चरणयुग्मधृतरसं भवत्क्षेत्रप्राप्तौ करमपि च ते पूजनविधौ.
In the first line, Kuru Charana Yugmam, there is a im sound coming there.
Kuru Charana Yugmam.
Yeah.
विधूया क्लेशान् मे कुरु चरणयुग्मं धृतरसं भवत्क्षेत्रप्राप्तौ करमपि च ते पूजनविधौ.
Viduya. I heard a ah sound at the end there. Just Viduya.
विधूया क्लेशान् मे कुरु चरणयुग्मं धृतरसं भवत्क्षेत्रप्राप्तौ करमपि च ते पूजनविधौ.
Bhavan Murtya Loke Nayanam. That ma that is there, we're going to break it into an im and a a. So Nayanam, comma. Next word will start with the a. Atha te pada tulasi, put a plus. Parigrane granam. That will come together, comma. Shravanamapi te charu charite. भवन्मूर्त्या लोके नयनम् अथ ते पादतुलसी परिघ्राणे घ्राणम् श्रवणमपि ते चारुचरिते
भवन्मूर्त्या लोके नयनम् अथ ते पादतुलसी परिघ्राणे घ्राणम् श्रवणमपि ते चारुचरिते भवन्मूर्त्या लोके नयनम् अथ ते पादतुलसी परिघ्राणे घ्राणम् श्रवणमपि ते चारुचरिते
भवन्मूर्त्या लोके नयनम् अथ ते पादतुलसी परिघ्राणे घ्राणम् श्रवणमपि ते चारुचरिते भवन्मूर्त्या लोके नयनम् अथ ते पादतुलसी परिघ्राणे घ्राणम् श्रवणमपि ते चारुचरिते.
Stanza 8. So since you have only 4 minutes left, I'll quickly say the meaning of this also. So no, again, this is also, like I said, the entire Dashakam is a prayer. So he says another prayer saying, not only do I have physical problems, but when you have physical problems, it also affects your mind, right? So I also have problems in my mind because I'm not able to do any of these things, which all of us have the challenge. So he says that form of yours, which is there, you have to bring it into my mind. So when I close my eyes, I'm seeing that form of yours in my mind. So just like how when light comes, darkness goes away and you can see things clearly. Similarly, when your form comes into my mind, all these worries and afflictions and everything I have will automatically disappear. And then he talks about how a true devotee feels, which we saw a little bit in one of the earlier chapters. He says, I will then have this, my hair will stand erect, I'll have horripilation, I'll have tears of joy coming, and then I'll be always in a state of bliss. Because anytime I close my eyes, your form is there. So he says, that is what Guru Arpa, you need to bless me with. Prabhutadhi vyadhi prasabha chalite mamaka hridi. So the line is continuous, comma at the end. Twadiyam tadrupam parama sukha chidrupam udiyat. Break those words easily there. Prabhuta divyadhi prasabha chalite mamaka hridi twadiyam tadrupam parama sukha chidrupam udiyat.
Rajesh, ஒரு டவுட் இந்த பரம சுக்கக்கு பதிலா பரம ரசா இருக்கு.
Just change it to sukha to be consistent. Its meaning is the same. It's like happiness. Rasam is sweet. Like that's what sukham is saying, happiness. It's kind of meaning the same thing.
Okay. Prabhuta divyadhi prasabha chalite mamaka hridi twadiyam tadrupam parama sukha chidrupam udiyat.
This is actually one time porom. We'll wrap it up in 2 minutes.
प्रभूतादिव्याधि प्रसभचलिते मामकहृदि त्वदीयं तद्रूपं परमसुखचिद्रूपमुदीयात्.
Udancha dromancho. If you want to break it, it will be udancha romancho, or you can say the whole word together. Udancha dromancho. Galita bahu harshashru nivaho, comma. Yatha vismaryasam durupashama pida paribhavan. Udanchadromancho galita bahu harshashrunivaho yatha vismaryasam durupashama pida paribhavan.
Udanchadromancho galita bahu harsha shrunivaho yatha vismaryasam durupashama pida paribhavan.
उदञ्चद्रोमाञ्चो गलित बहुहर्षाश्रुनिवहो यथा विस्मर्यासं दुरुपशमपीडा परिभवान्.
Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावधिभ्यां निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनरुरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावद्भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानां कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. Thank you, everyone. So from next week, no Friday class. We'll be moving to the Saturday morning slot from next week, okay? And I'll send a
7
message.
a.m.
Okay.
7 a.m. am I right?
7:30 if it works. I think some of them, they have some conflict till 7:30. If we can do 7:30 to 9, it's okay with most, then
Yeah.
we'll see.
7:30.
நீங்க Zoom link அனுப்பல ராஜேஷ்?
Same thing. Same. You just stick to the same.
Same.
Zoom.
Oh, same Zoom. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rajesh.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Saraj.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh ji.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Rajesh ji.
Thank you.
Bye.